Nagini Part III. A Lifetime in a Gaze. I picked up Vanessa and strode into the Chandra Lake, once again knee-deep in liquid moonlight. I placed her in the water. She inhaled, as if all her anguish had been erased. Donnie had disappeared, as is the way of the lake. He's tethered by Divine Mother, so she will be able to find him again when we need to bring him back. Vanessa, you must remember to call me, and I will come find you. If you do not, you'll be lost in here, indefinitely, I said. Vanessa looked at me. You will not let me go so easily, gatekeeper, she said. Vanessa found my hand with hers. She nodded. A faint smile appeared on her lips. I walked through a long carpeted corridor. It had the dull complexion of a government office, with lots of civil servants going about their daily business. There she was, Vanessa, suited and booted in a dark suit with a beige blouse, hair tied tight in a bun. She walked to her office door, opening it and gesturing for me to enter. The first time we met, I said. As Vanessa and Nate? Yes, she smiled. We now walked through a park. It had just rained. A little boy walked ahead. Vanessa held a tether that was fastened around the little boy's torso. He had a dinosaur backpack on. Bub, I thought. I reached down and scooped him up, making him giggle. Vanessa tucked her right hand under my elbow. Contentment flowed through me. I found peace, I thought. I looked down at Vanessa in the lake, her face just above the surface, the rest of her submerged. A tear leaked from her eye. I found myself in our bedroom, sat on a bed beside Vanessa, whose vibrance had left her. Her skin was wrinkled, her hair grey. Only her eyes remained timeless. Twin miniature suns. I sat beside her, rubbing my right knee with a wrinkled hand that had lost muscle mass. I could see the dents in my skin. Vanessa exhaled, her eyes shut for the last time. Tears streamed down my face. I don't know where the grief came from, but it did not stop. I grasped Vanessa's hand tightly. I found myself in a regal court surrounded by dense Amazonian jungle. I stood beside Divine Mother, Hamish, and Mortimer. I watched a huge cobra, King Vasuki, in human form, officiate his son Donatello as Prince Regent. The boy beamed. He dashed over to his sister and hugged her. Vanessa. Vanessa looked beautiful in her regal attire, her long locks braided, stretching down her back. She gazed at me. I touched my heart and gave her a gentle nod. I have never been invited to Battlelock, I thought. I looked down at Vanessa. Only it was Keely's form in the Chandra Lake. She clasped my hand with both her hands. We've always been together, just in different forms, she said. Please find me. Vanessa squeezed my hand tightly. Images of an older state in a fiery volcano blasted through my mind. I was lying on the ground holding my head. I was on the step of Sheepdom. Winds howled around me as Bub and Keely held me steadfast. The monolith behind them shimmered as if it were alive. I was frozen, lost in darkness, floating, my life force ebbing away. Sunlight split rock, lighting the ground around me. Everything was burnt to a cinder. I stood there, cane in hand. My eyes glowed the same color as the sun. My left shoulder hurt, just beneath the tricep. I rubbed it. Sunlight, tinted with a cerulean peacock, blue and green, came off in my hand. Pain ripped through me. I held my head. I faded. Find me again. Vanessa's words echoed in my mind. I'll be waiting for you. I awakened to find myself still in the lake. I got up. I was alone, as is the way of the lake. I returned to the door. My head was throbbing. Screams from beyond the doors echoed through the corridor. Mortimer exited the lounge and came to me. I kneeled down. He licked my face. His warmth washed over me. That lake is something else, Mortimer barked. He was present when I first opened the door to the Chandra Lake. Divine Mother showed me how. She said it is the grace of the Mighty One. He created the lake to transcend the fabric of reality. Place of zero. Nothing exists, therefore time does not tick there. Only the effulgence of the crescent moon allows a soul to see how to enter the lake. As custodian of the house, it is my task to take souls there, should they require it. But neither I or others do this lightly. As the lake is akin to the abyss, only it is controlled and a little safer. I took steps slowly as my head throbbed. I have not mentioned this before, but it takes a certain focus to open each door to another realm. However, the door to the Chandra Lake, along with the redwood twin doors, are particularly harsh. The door claims a piece of your focus. That hurts. I have opened 2 of them in a short period of time. Screams from beyond the door became incessant. Something is scaring the natives. Mortimer looked up at me. Whispers. Mortimer nodded. I rubbed my head again, trying to shake off the headache, but to no avail. Divine Mother waited at the balcony. I heard her. Mortimer sauntered upstairs. I followed him. I entered the balcony, stopping at the threshold to the temple. I was in there again. Images of me on my back, Keely and Bub holding me, flashed in my mind. Beyond them, I saw the monolith, shimmering as if it were alive. You have much to think about, Divine Mother said. She stood with her back to the balcony wall. I walked over to her and gave her a gentle bow. She touched her palms together. It is like putting on a new pair of shoes. It is still your feet, but they look different in each pair, Divine Mother said. How is it I couldn't remember her before? I said. Hearing her triggered a memory in you that you previously did not have access to, Divine Mother said. So, I will meet her again in another place. Divine Mother nodded. That is the future, and I've not been through that door to go there, I said. Divine Mother looked at Mortimer and nodded. Future, past, present are not places. They are dimensions. You could call them layers of where we are now. All you need to do to access them is focus and breathe, letting your mind open and then dissolve. Divine Mother smiled. Easier said than done, I said. Mortimer agreed. Vanessa showed me an outcome. How is it that I, Hamish, Mortimer, even yourself, do not know who is whispering, Divine Mother? I said. Divine Mother turned her gaze to the black mist. It rolled in waves in front of the halfway house. He will reveal himself to you, Nape, when he is ready. I can say this, he is old, very old, because he can conceal himself even from me. He wants you, that much is clear. That is his reason for attacking the young Naga and his sister. I'm ready, I said. Mortimer barked. Do not be so quick to run into battle, custodian of this house. We must wait a while. Remember, neither I nor the Mighty One will allow this house to fall, so be patient and wait. Let it unfold as it should. Do not chase it. Divine Mother touched her palms together. Her focus turned to a smile. I am proud of you for coming this far, she said. She glanced at Mortimer, turned and walked to the end of the balcony and disapparated. I went down to the lounge. Screams echoed through the doors. They made my headaches much worse. I entered the lounge. The noises became dull. A single malt whiskey was on the table next to my armchair. Hamish was perched on the skirting above the curtain rail, watching us as we sat down. I nodded to him as I took a sip. He blinked. I've always heard the others talk about the past, present, future existing in the same space, layers on layers. But to go through today with Vanessa, that has given me much food for thought. I don't think I will be the same again. To learn that Vanessa and Keely are the same soul, only in different bodies, that is simply remarkable. It got me thinking. I do believe in life you meet the same souls over and over again, only they are in different forms, just as you are when you are born, over and over again. You might be wondering, but how is it that I am taken aback by what I have just experienced, despite living in Halfway House 17, where there are all manner of creatures and realms? My answer is, to know something is academic. To realize it, that is a combination of emotions, thoughts, essence, and experience. When you realize something, the puzzle fits together and a light bulb flicks on within you. You know it with a capital K. That changes your worldview, as it has done mine today. The whispers worry me. I didn't fare too well in the fight, Vanessa showed me. For now, I'll heed Divine Mother's words and will wait, despite patience not being my strong suit. End of Nagini Part III. Oh, another guest makes their way to Halfway House 17. This one is not ideal, but I'll have to accommodate them nonetheless. Good night for now. Take care. Don't die in your sleep. Godspeed.